From downtown Bakersfield, 23 ABC News at 11 starts now.
Good evening. One of two firefighters who died while battling a blaze in Porterville last week being remembered at a special church service tonight in Delano. Dozens of family members, friends, and firefighters gathered to pay their respects. 23 ABC's Alex Bell.
35-year-old Raymond Figueroa was one of the two firefighters killed in the library fire last week. Figueroa was a Delano native and he even attended Delano High School. But today he was brought back to his hometown to be honored in a memorial service by his friends, family, and colleagues. Monday evening, the Figueroa family held a public service at St. Mary's Church in Delano to honor 35-year-old Raymond Figueroa. Figueroa was a Porterville fire captain who was killed last week in a library fire, along with 25-year-old firefighter Patrick Jones. The fire was started by two teenagers who were both facing arson-related charges, according to the DA's office. The hearse with the body of Captain Figueroa arrived around 4, his casket covered in the American flag. Firefighters from across the Central Valley in attendance. Kern County firefighters lining the walkway as he was taken into the church. Monday night was a very emotional evening as friends and family paid their respects during the visitation and rosary service. Many of the people who attended telling 23 ABC they were too emotional to talk on camera. On Tuesday, Figueroa's funeral mass will be held at St. Mary's at 10 a.m.
Please follow the directions of the Delano PD as far as access and parking. There are directions on Facebook, the Porterville City Fire Department Facebook.
After Mass at St. Mary's Church, Figueroa is expected to be laid to rest at the North Kern Cemetery. I'm Alex Bell for 23 ABC News, connecting you.
The Kern County Health Department is investigating why debris from the natural chemical asbestos was found in a community swimming pool. The North of the River swimming pool in Oildale has been shut down since February 13th. The marketing director with the NOR Recreation and Park District said that's when they confirmed the debris in the pool was asbestos. Officials say maintenance crews monitor the pool during the week because the facility is used by thousands throughout the year, including North High School and Frontier High School swim teams. NOR officials saying they've never had something like this happen.
We have not had any abnormal testing, abnormal chemicals. The maintenance logs have never shown any indication of any type of abnormality with the pool.
In a statement KHSD sent last week, it said in part that NOR notified them of an asbestos contamination and that students will be moved to the Kern High Aquatic Complex and McMurtry Aquatic Center. According to the Kern County Public Health Department, asbestos is most dangerous when it's in the air and inhaled. It can cause several illnesses, including bronchial carcinoma and mesothelioma. But public health officials say it's unusual that asbestos would be found at the bottom of a pool.
Typically, people that are swimming in a pool, they're not going to be ingesting and drinking a lot of that water. So at this point, the health risks seem to be very minimal.
The Public Health Department says it has never issued a health code violation or complaint to any of NOR's pools. Anyone who feels ill after swimming in the NOR pool located at 401 Galaxy Avenue in Oildale should contact the Public Health Department at 321-3000.
We've had a very nice night across Kern County. Clear skies for us here in Bakersfield. Those winds have calmed down significantly and still in those 50s here in Bakersfield. That's up 2 degrees from this time yesterday. But you can see some passing clouds in the mountains and desert. Lake Isabella is in those upper 40s and low 40s in Lebec as well as in Pine Mountain Club. But this evening we are still going to be chilly. Those overnight forecast lows here in Bakersfield at 45 degrees, 30 in Fraser Park and 36 in Tehachapi. But each afternoon as we head into the remainder of the week, high pressure will be dominating. You can expect a very dry air mass with no precipitation in sight through at least the end of the work week. So for tomorrow, it is going to be a nice morning at 8 a.m., 49 degrees, 68 by noon, and we are going to be well above seasonal with a high of 75 degrees, and those temperatures only continue to warm. I'll let you know when we could be beating a record for heat later this week. Coming up next.
2 more women have come forward alleging a former KCSO deputy sexually harassed and assaulted them. That's according to court documents obtained by 23 ABC. Former KCSO deputy Michael Clark, accused of sexually assaulting a woman in his patrol car in August of 2019, pleaded not guilty to new sexual assault charges today. Clark pleaded not guilty to 2 felony charges of stalking, 1 felony charge of sexual battery, and assault by a public officer. Newly released documents show a woman filed a report with the sheriff's office saying Clark went into her place of employment looking for her. She said she was laying behind the cash register on her break trying to take a nap when she says Clark laid behind her and tried cuddling with her. In a separate report with the sheriff's office, another woman told investigators Clark started calling and texting her, trying to start a sexual relationship with her. She said she told him she wasn't interested, but Clark reportedly sent her sexually natured text messages anyway. She also told investigators Clark would park near her home for no reason. Investigators were able to determine that was true based on GPS from Clark's patrol vehicle. He'll be back in court April 29th. The Kern County Sheriff's Office is warning locals to report suspicious activity and be aware of their surroundings following multiple robberies within the last few days. Officials say some may involve the same suspects, but most are believed to be unrelated. Last Tuesday, officials say 2 Hispanic men in their 20s armed with a shotgun robbed a man selling corn on the corner of Quincy and Robinson Street. On Thursday, the McDonald's on Merle Haggard was robbed at gunpoint. One of the suspects, armed with a shotgun, fired a shot into the ceiling and got away with cash, but thankfully no one was injured. On Saturday, the cigarette shop on Olive Drive near Highway 99 was robbed by a white man in his 20s or 30s. He was armed with a handgun and left with money. There were also 3 other robberies in East Bakersfield, Taft, and Buttonwillow yesterday. Anyone with information on any of the crimes is asked to call KCSO at 861-3110. In August 2019, the county announced the end of a 4-year fiscal emergency. Tomorrow, the Board of Supervisors will discuss how to ensure long-term fiscal sustainability and maintain a healthy general fund. The county administrative office is set to commence the annual budget planning process for the fiscal year by preparing a preliminary financial forecast. This report will include forecasts for major budget components and development. The report will be given to the Board of Supervisors during tomorrow's morning meeting. The meeting starts at 9 at 11:15 Truxton Avenue. The Board of Supervisors will also be discussing funds for the low barrier shelter tomorrow. According to the Board of Supervisors agenda, the board will consider $500,000 in funding for the low barrier shelter. It's regarding a proposed agreement with the city from the general fund. Supervisors will vote on whether to approve the funding tomorrow during the afternoon meeting. Community members, union employees, and local organizations gathered tonight for a community town hall to discuss local issues. The town hall included a panel discussion and an interactive Q&A about homelessness, protecting the vulnerable in Kern County, and reshaping public safety. The event was hosted by the Raise Kern County Up Community Coalition. Organizers say they know the importance of raising awareness on local issues.
We're trying to push to make sure that we know what is going on with our community knows what's going on, so we can make a positive change and cause our elected officials to make those changes to better serve our community, because that's what it's all about. That's why we do our jobs.
The Community Coalition is made up of partner organizations, including the Dolores Huerta Foundation and the ACLU. The groups strive to create an environment in the community that works for every resident. We are almost a week away from the California primary, and many voters may still have questions ahead of that day. 23 ABC spoke with the elections office on a number of topics, including whether or not you can still register.
The official registration deadline has passed. However, people can conditionally register to vote. They can do that in the elections office between now and Election Day, and they can also do it at any polling site on Election Day.
That was Mary Bedard, who is Kern County's auditor, controller, county clerk, and register of voters. She says if you lost your ballot, you can call the office and get another ballot mailed to you. However, tomorrow is the final day to request a vote by mail ballot. If you lost your ballot, you can also go to the elections office to request a ballot in person up until Election Day. And 23 ABC wants to help you make an informed decision on Super Tuesday when California voters go to the polls on March 3rd. We have information on local measures, national and local candidates, along with propositions on our website, turnto23.com. Dozens of students from schools across the county are celebrating wins from the 49th annual Kern County Oral Language Festival. Nearly 300 students competed in the festival Saturday at Stone Creek Junior High. The Kern County Superintendent of Schools office has announced the winners from the competitions involving grades 4 through 6 and 7 through 8. You are looking at a picture of the 7th through 8th grade winner. Students competed in various categories, including verse choir and humorous interpretation. For a full list of winners, be sure to head to our website, turnto23.com. You can get a free short stack of buttermilk pancakes at IHOP restaurants tomorrow. It is IHOP's annual IHOP National Pancake Day. The day is also a fundraiser, and IHOP encourages patrons to donate to its partner charities, which are Children's Miracle Network Hospitals, Shriners Hospitals for Children, and the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. You also have the chance to win one of 250,000 individual prizes.